So some special considerations for counseling people from the German culture are their preferences for traditional foods. And these foods can be the roulade, which is the beef rolled with the bacon and onions, or the schnitzel, or the variety of the Kartoffel, the potato, either mashed, boiled, pureed, fried, or any sort of traditional food such as that, or even the pickled vegetables like the sauerkraut or the Wurstkraut and certain things like that. The traditional meal composition is also a special consideration, seeing as they tend to have meals with higher proportions of starchy or high carbohydrate foods, such as the potatoes or rice or breads, in addition to the fruits and fruit juices throughout the meals throughout the day. And the meal composition also contains higher proportion of saturated fatty foods such as the cheeses and the sausages, the currywurst, the bratwurst, all those types of foods, and even the higher sodium foods as the pickled vegetables or the deli meats, and even the condiments such as the mustard and pickles. Other considerations include meal patterns, which are the 3 meals and snack times, and this I mentioned only because one of the goals is to maintain constant blood sugars or consistent blood sugars throughout the day to avoid low lows and high spikes, and the goal for this is to avoid further disease or development of disease such as diabetes or chronic kidney disease. So eating patterns should be considered there. And the availability of foods. So not only just the type of meal patterns, but also people may want to continue eating their traditional foods, and if they live in an area where they are not available, or if they are available but not in a wide selection as they might like, then their food selection may be limited, and this is something to consider when counseling. And then the last is a language barrier, and I put potential here just because they're depending on how long they have been in the United States, if we are doing the counseling from the United States, or if their primary language is German because they are in the older generation, this may be a special consideration for counseling. So now that we've gone through this presentation, I will review the learning objectives. At this time, since we are at the conclusion of this presentation, you should be able to list the traditional foods for German holidays, name daily meal times and snacks, and recall several traditional German foods, as well as describe a German health belief. Here are my references, and thank you for listening. I hope you found this presentation on German food and culture to be interesting and useful. Thank you very much.